Hey guys, welcome to the third and last video of this series. We're going to finally set up our FactoryTalk view application. Do the initial setup. We're not going to go as far as making a client or any crazy elaborate button scheme. Basically, we're going to set up communications, test our tags within FactoryTalk, and see if they manipulate our emulator output card. Okay, and we're going to use our data server of RSLinx OPC. So we're going to be setting up a OPC data server within FactoryTalk. So without messing around, we're going to go here, FactoryTalk view local station. Our local computer now, as I said before, is going to be our HMI data server, alarm and event server. Okay, so we'll go continue. All right. For you guys following along, you would create new, type in an application name, and hit create. Not a lot going on there. I've already created this one called emulate application. You can name it whatever you would like, just something coherent so you can follow along easy enough. All right, hit OK. And we're generating right now. Can take some time. So generally when you're doing these kind of things, as I've said before, why don't you sip on some coffee, watch it hang out, and hopefully you don't see any red X's down here in our diagnostic viewer. And I don't know about you guys while this is loading up. I really like the blonde roast now. It's got a little more caffeine in it. Maybe in the comments below if you guys like to share what kind of coffee you like to do while you're doing stuff like this. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe we could have a separate thing going on there. As you can see in the left hand column, it's building our area over here where well, I don't really want to call it an area, but we'll go with that. Our local directory is up here, and then here's our HMI server right here. So it automatically builds that for us. In distributed systems, you would have to go in and build that. But we're going to minimize that so we don't have to watch and see everything here. So right now we're going to go set up our communications. So that's built, but we're going to go over here. Now that we've built our studio application, which is the term, we're going to kind of slide that here. Here's our remote computer, but we're interested in RSLinx on our local computer. Okay, so we're going to go over here to DDE OPC, and we're going to make an OPC. This is going to be an OPC data server. So topic configuration, which stands for Open Process Control. So we're actually going to delete that so I can show you. We're going to delete that so we can redo this whole process. So you're going to click new because most likely people following on this video aren't going to have anything. And we'll do emulate OPC. Okay? And then you're going to populate here. Then you're going to click on the controller. And yes. Okay? So there and there. And you can kind of see there's a little highlight. And, you know, obviously if I clicked off there, maybe there's a highlight. But so what we're doing is we're pointing this topic list, or our topic here, to our controller. Okay? So it's creating that link. And then we're going to do done. Make sure it's grayed. Okay? See there's a slight gray, and there's a slight gray there. Well, make sure that's how that works, or it won't work. Okay? Alright, hit done. So that's set up. And just remember, guys, you need RSLinx Gateway for this, for that to work. Okay? So now we're back to FactoryTalk View Studio. I'll make it big so it's easy to follow. And go over here to our application, add new server, OPC DA server, and we'll just do RSLinx. You can name it whatever you want, but generally name it something relevant. Okay, it's served on a local host, not on a remote computer in this instance. And we are going to click on RSLinx OPC server. Okay. Apply. And okay. Alright, that is done. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to test that. So, we go over here to our tags. likes to populate on the bottom. Just so you know, we're using FactoryTalk View version 10. We're going to create a new folder. Come up here, create new folder. Emulate tags. Like I said, we'll keep it easy. These tags are coming from our emulator. Now I'll go here, type, digital, and now I'll click on these three little dots. It's going to populate right here. Now I want you guys to refresh. There is our emulate OPC that we just created. Now we're going to create that link. Alright, online, populate. There's our output data. Hit the 0. Okay. Now what we're doing here is we're pointing to that topic, that OPC topic that we created in RSLinx, right? That's where we're getting our data from the emulator that is hosted on a remote machine or server machine, okay? So that's what's going on there. All right, hit OK. And we'll call it toggle, okay? Toggle output 1, okay? Because we're going to toggle output 1 on that simulator card. Now, it didn't drill into the can't think right now. It didn't drill in far enough, so make sure we do a 0.1. So that's going to be the output data 0.1, okay? And then we're going to hit accept. Everything looks good there. Alright, we're going to go over here to our displays. We're going to create a new. We get our new display made up. We'll just hide these out of the way. Alright, and maybe I'll do that so you guys can kind of have a better view. So basically you see that, right click new. And come up here to objects. Push button, we'll do maintained. Just make it any size. Alright, connections. Now we're going to connect to that tag we just made. Not the emulate one, because we're not going to do a direct reference tag. We need to do these HMI tags we make, okay? Alright, so output toggle 1 is a tag we just created. And that's going to write to that tag file. Then it's going to write to the RSLinx server, and then it's going to write to RSLinx, then it's going to go out to the emulator, or well, it hits the server RSLinx, and then it goes to the emulator, okay? So quite a path. Alright, hit apply. Okay. Now we're going to minimize this so we can kind of see everything going on here. We're going to click on our server computer right here, open this little port. There's the yellow output that we manually hit from our logics. And now click on our FactoryTalk project. I have my windows like this so you can demonstrate it. So in the very background is our local computer. FactoryTalk View Studio is on our local computer. This is the remote computer with the emulator. So, you know, imagine two separate computers, physically not even connected or anything else like that except for the network. Open that up. Now come over here to this little play button. We're going to test our display. Now click our button. Should hear a little ding. Alright, see our little output click right here. Alright, we're yellow. Click off of it, and there it goes away. There it is. There it goes away. Now I'll click it. The yellow light comes on, and we'll verify it in our logic. So we're still online from the previous videos. There's a 1 in our output data 1 in our tag database tag table in controller tags. So I'll go over here, click it again, light goes out in our emulator, and it went out in our logics. Okay, so I know I have a ton of windows up, right? We'll do a quick little review. So here's our remote computer hosting our RSLinx Classic Gateway. Think of it as our server, right? It's serving up this virtual backplane, which represents our emulator, right? Here's our emulator chassis. Here is the virtual chassis that is represented in RSLinx, okay? Now we set that up to serve this chassis this virtual chassis out to the network, okay? Now we deselect it and we click, and I'll move this out of the way. Now this, oops. Now this is our local machine right here. Okay, this is where Logix Designer is. Our RSLinx Classic Gateway for our client machine, where we set up to view this remote chassis, right? Because we set up a TCP. So we're doing this over the network, connecting to that remote computer, which is serving us the emulator chassis and all the cards. And then we set up our project. We downloaded it from our station server through RSLinx to the remote computer. Then finally we set up our studio FactoryTalk project, where we made an object, maintain push button, that sends it through RSLinx OPC server into our emulator. Okay, so that's kind of how all that goes. And you know, I just kind of shut the computer down now, but that's all, guys. If you have any questions, be happy to leave them down in the comment box. This one went a little long, 10 minutes, so we have total 20 minutes for this project. Once again, subscribe, feel free. Yeah, let me know. Bye.